I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. This video is brought to you by The Office Taylor Store. The Office Taylor Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live. I make a video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Y'all know the drill. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Breonna Taylor's statue being destroyed. So, Breonna Taylor's statue was destroyed over the weekend in Oakland, California. I'm going to be honest, I don't care. Not because I want to disrespect her. I don't think people should vandalize any statue at all. But I especially don't care because if you don't care about Abraham Lincoln statue being destroyed or Frederick Douglass statue being destroyed, people who actually actively was a part of the ending and demolishing of slavery in America, then if you don't care about them, why do you care about Breonna Taylor? Let's go to the little statue. So Breonna Taylor statue was vandalized. Of course, the person who made the statue was disappointed, hurt. It says at the first I was stunned, shocked, hurt, angry. Is what Leo Carson said. The person who sculpted the statue of Breonna Taylor. They report Breonna Taylor is this, and this is not nowhere near being real. Taylor was 26-year-old EMT technician, was shot and killed in her home in Louisville, Kentucky during a botched raid. It wasn't a botched raid. Stop lying about Breonna Taylor. At this point, y'all can just stop lying. Stop trying to make the girl out to be something she never was. It wasn't a botched raid. The raid went according to plan. Her boyfriend, who initially blamed the shooting on her, said that she was the one that fired the first shot. Thank God the officers had enough integrity to say, no, it was actually him. She just was an innocent bystander in the middle of this gunfire. She wasn't innocent in the scheme of when they had to execute the search warrant. She wasn't a victim in that. She deserved every minute of that because she was knee deep, elbow deep in criminal activity with Jamarcus Glover, who he also got arrested. But they try to make her out she's just this EMT. No, she was a drug dealer. She was facilitating drugs being sold on behalf of Jamarcus Glover, who was the other party involved. They did a search warrant on his house and her house. Why did they do it on her house, Brandon? Because she was heavily involved. Instead of putting her name out there and saying she was an EMT, say she was a suspect in a criminal enterprise. And it wasn't a botched raid. It was a raid that was done according to plan, but her boyfriend shot the police when they came through the front door. Okay, let's continue. Obviously, they bring up George Floyd and all of this, and they go down a path of ridiculousness. But the girl wasn't a hero. She shouldn't even have a statue if you ask me. Maybe her parents can make her a statue, but you're talking about a prominent statue that's put out in the public and elevating this person to a higher standard. No way. No way. Breonna Taylor is not a hero. Breonna Taylor is not a martyr. Breonna Taylor is a poor example of the way black folks act in the culture of black people in this country. On the Tatum report, you can go look at the facts surrounding this case if you want to go back and take a look at it and for you to get verification on your own. Some people come up and say, B, you always talking bad about black people. Yeah. Look, man, I'm just telling the truth. People are getting their feelings and they sad because of Breonna Taylor's statue getting damaged, but they're not sad at Frederick Douglass. They're not sad at Abraham Lincoln, who abolished slavery. But they're mad at Breonna Taylor, who, when you look at any of the information, look at any of her social media, she was going down the wrong path, messing with dudes she should have never messed with, facilitating the drug sales for Jamarcus Glover. They got her red-handed on jailhouse phone calls. She got stuff going in and out of her house. She's posting pictures with her new boyfriend with guns and drugs. And at the time of her demise, she was knee-deep in criminal activity, causing her boyfriend to shoot at the front door blindly, and she ended up getting shot residually, which was bad. I don't think she deserved it, but she got what was coming. When you live this lifestyle, when you act these type of ways and you buy into this culture of gangster hood mentality, this is what happens to you. And for our country and the community to be supporting criminals, over people who had dignity, people who stood up and established what was right for this country is beyond me. Because some people will look at Breonna Taylor and claim she's a hero and look at Ben Carson and say he's a sellout Uncle Tom and he ain't never did nothing. When Ben Carson grew up in a similar background to Breonna Taylor, but instead of him going down the path of selling drugs and being a criminal, he went down the path of education and became the greatest neurosurgeon in history, the pediatric neurosurgeon in the history of the world. Of the world, Craig, of the world. And what is she doing? Doing stuff she shouldn't have been done that led to her death. And then what do you know when they arrest Jamarcus Glover and them? They still at the trap house. They got her mom and them on the phone, talking on the phone saying, y'all got to still go do the trap house. After she done got shot, after they done busted the trap house, they want them to go back and still sell drugs because the drugs ain't going to sell themselves. I got it all on the Tatum Report. You can look at it. You can read the transcripts. The reason I made this video is because I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy and the lunacy of the hurt feelings and the investigation that's going on into who damaged Breonna Taylor's statue, but you got people damaging historical statues that mean a lot more to this country than somebody like Breonna Taylor. And I'm not trying to drag the woman because it ain't her fault that y'all done made her into a martyr. But all I'm doing is presenting reality and truth, and we need to stop doing stuff like this. Now, damaged property is damaged property. Anybody found doing it should go to jail. But stop propping up these criminals. Stop acting like these people are gods. And then B. Tatum will shut his mouth and I won't say nothing else. But anyway, I could talk about this for 10, 20, 30 more minutes, but I want you to watch the rest of my videos. Comment in the comment section. Visit the Officer Tatum store where you get all the cool merch. Y'all know what it is. See you on the next one.